Hello again. Cheers. Record Hunter here. I guess today I am drinking Steel Reserve 212. Whenever you see me drinking the Steel Reserves, you know times are a little bit hard. LOL. So today I'm going to do Steve's from All the World's a Stage contest. And I'm only doing this because he asked actually the ultimate question. What was the first concert you ever went to? And if you're in the Chicago area, and you probably seen me at concerts because I've gone to hundreds and hundreds of concerts over the last 30 years. Actually more. 35 years. I've gone to lots and lots of shows, especially in the punk and metal scene, but you'll see me at like classic rock shows, maybe even some like hip hop shows, because I just love music. And that's my life, is going to concerts and playing concerts with my band Spare Change. Even though Spare Change only plays maybe 2 or 3 shows a year, but Brian here goes to, the Record Hunter here, goes to lots of shows. Before the pandemic, like, I don't know, many, many shows. So, this is a contest for Steve here. Congratulations on making it to 150 subs. A little buzzed up, drinking some Steel Reserves all night, and I said, hey, I'm going to make this video. Well, I just did my Pink Floyd video for, like, growing up Pink Floyd, and my very first concert, when I was 10 months old, my parents didn't have a babysitter, so they took me to see this concert, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, on March 7th of 1973. But I feel that really wasn't my first concert, because I don't remember any of it. It was at the amphitheater, and Steve said that his first concert was at the amphitheater with Alice Cooper. I told him, like, my dad was at that show. He saw him in 1973, but then I remembered my dad said he saw him at the Killer show in 1971, because he also saw Black Sabbath before he saw Pink Floyd, and that was, I think, 71 on the Masters of Reality tour. But the first concert that I feel like was my real first concert was in 1984. I went with my family, my mom, my dad, and my Uncle Buddy, who was in a band called Second Wind. Fortunately, they all passed, but my Uncle Buddy was killed. That's a whole other story. But, actually murdered, but that's the other story. But my Uncle Buddy and I were walking around, and Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top was walking around there with 2 pretty girls. And I was like 12 years old. I had no idea who he was. And my Uncle Buddy walks up to him and says, tells me, hey, be cool, be cool. And he shakes his hand and said he was like a big fan and he's been listening for years. And I'm just a kid. And shakes his hand, and then he shook my hand. And I said, hey, cool beard. My uncle said, and later my uncle got all embarrassed and was angry at me. He's like, how can you say that to him? I was like, I don't know. He had a cool beard. And that was during the Eliminator tour that he was just walking around the Damon Fair. That's what we called it, but it's actually the Back of the Yards Fair that was on 47th and Damon back in 1984. And the first band I ever saw was Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. 1984. I can't tell you the exact date. It was August. I went all week to check out all the bands. And my mom was really said, you need to see this guy. And he rocked. And he was just jamming out. And at one point, I think he was drunk. But at one point, or on drugs or something. But at one point, he started. You could see he's peeing down his leg. And I was a kid, so my mom told my mom, look, he's peeing on his leg. And she's like, dude, that's rock and roll. You don't leave the stage for nothing. You just go up there and you rocked. And you know what? He rocked. I'll give him that. So I would love to see Mitch Ryder one more time before he's gone. But that's my very first concert I ever saw was 1984 at a fair. That was it was free, but it was $5 to get on all the rides. So I went every night for the 5 nights, and I saw, or I'm sorry, for the 4 nights out of the 5. So the first night I saw Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. Second night I saw Sha Na Na. That was awesome. Seeing Bowser, because I used to like the TV show when I was a kid, and they played Woodstock, and I got to see a classic band. Third night, I went to go see the Buckinghams. It was amazing. And the fourth night was Gladys Knight and the Pips. I missed that. I kind of wish now that I went. And the last night was Earth, Wind, and Fire. So, that was kind of like my first concerts. And not the best concerts I ever went to, because I've been to a lot of concerts. And what I think, maybe I'll make a video in the future, or maybe you should make a video in the future, of the best concerts you ever been to, because I've had some cool experiences, but I do have one concert in particular. It was the greatest show I've ever seen. It's just mind-blowing. I'll save that for another video. But for now, I want to say cheers to everybody out there. Cheers, Steve, for the 250 subs. And I'll catch you on the next one on the Record Hunter. Cheers. Oh, again, the next show I'm going to do one about Chicago music and stuff. So, cheers.